Hi all, and my name is Leah Olson and I'm the clinical coordinator for N375. And as you know, I'm receiving plenty of phone calls and emails from some of you that we are awaiting certain groups to have clinical instructors. So while that's happening, we have some things planned for you. And I'm here in this arena to just go over the basic syllabus and let you see the forms for your course. I will send you an email, which will probably accompany this video link, that lets you know where you need to be this week, which may be, it'll always be during your clinical time, but you may not be using your entire clinical time this week that you normally would be on a regular clinical week. I'm sorry that this is happening. I'm not in charge of hiring. So we're just going to make the best of it, okay? All right. So I'm not going to go over the calendars within each syllabus because everyone's is different. But I will go over the basic syllabus. So this is for section 2. If you're in a different section, that's okay. Remember, I'm going over the basic syllabus for you. This is a description of the course. You obviously know this is your first acute care course. Here's the course outcomes. Uses multiple disciplinary and interdisciplinary theories and frameworks to plan, implement, and evaluate effective and holistic nursing care for individuals and aggregates in a variety of health settings. Applies professional ethical frameworks, legal and professional standards of nursing care to provide safe and respectful care to others. Effectively communicates, collaborates, negotiates, and mediates optimal care outcomes for recipients in a variety of interdisciplinary and interdisciplinary settings. Applies communication concepts and theories to effectively teach illness and disease management strategies to individual and aggregates. Effectively uses multiple determinants of health as a framework to individualize nursing care. And incorporates uniqueness of self and others when creating strategies to meet the needs of a defined population within your professional role. Now, 1 has to do with your care plans, okay? 2, you'll find in your journaling and just in your arriving on time, being prepared, being respectful. 3 is how you work well with one another and within the setting. Being able to teach your patient about different things is number 4. Multiple determinants of health means looking at them holistically, that some of that will be incorporated in your care plans as well. And number 5 is being creative when you're teaching your patient. Here are the validations available to you. Here is the different texts. And remember, for your drug book, you can have an app or you can buy this Davis book. Here are the expectations. They're pretty similar to other courses. Self-motivated, active, engaged, collaborative learner. You are responsible for yourself. Okay? You need to be respectful at the clinical site. Disrespect will not be tolerated. It may not be everything you want it to be, but everybody's working very hard to make your experience positive. You need to abide by HIPAA. You have to notify your instructor of an absence, and you'll need to ask them how they want to be notified. And you need to plan your schedules accordingly. And be aware that that half day, you have to do that clinical preparation tool prior to the next day. You have to have a plan. So when you leave that half day at 5 o'clock, the idea is what you don't have done there, you will do at home. All right. Successful course completion includes being successful in these things. The clinical performance criteria you'll do twice. You'll do it once at mid-semester with your instructor and once at the end of the semester. These are the weekly things that you do, and then you'll have a bi-weekly reflective journal. You have to pass the medication calculation assessment prior to doing any hands-on patient care. So you can go to orientation, you can even shadow, but you cannot touch anyone until you get that 100%. All right. Absences, you really need to be there for clinical. We can't, Things happen that are different every week. So if you consistently miss clinical, you can expect a learning contract. And this is the biggest thing people are unsuccessful in the course for: late work and not coming to clinical. So don't let that be you. So read that. Professional behavior. I spoke a little bit on this, but I want you to represent Overno well to each other, to your instructor, and to anyone else you come in contact with at the clinical site. We are guests in their facility. They do not have to let us come there. We have to behave accordingly. We are expected that you can do these skill overriders, and your clinical instructor is aware that you've taken skills. However, some of those skills you may have only done in the skills lab. They know that. Your uniform. Make sure that you look clean and wear your uniform. You have to wear socks. Here's the color of the shoes. You can wear Crocs, but not with the holes, apparently, it says here. Simple jewelry, light makeup, and then put your hair up, all right? Trim fingernails. They don't let you use nail polish. I know that's crappy, but it is just the rule. And then no gum. And limited visible body art. I understand and know that places are a little bit more laxed on that than we were when we wrote this, but it's still in the syllabus, all right? Even I have a tattoo on my wrist, but if you can cover it, go ahead. Please do that. And then these are the other things you should bring with you. Gotta be honest, never seen anyone need a black Sharpie in clinical, but it's on the list. Here's about timely work. So your clinical instructor will give you the due date of your work. Make sure you submit it to them in the way they would like it to be submitted and in the timeliness that they'd like it to be submitted. And understand that somewhere in here it says if you drop 370, you have to drop 375, and that is true. Okay? You have to take the courses together concurrently. The other thing I want to make you aware of is that I'll be sending out an email about the different simulations. You'll be in the Sim Center 3 times throughout the semester. The calendar has been messed with a little bit. So today I'm going to be sending you an email with this video link that tells you when your skills lab will be and when you need to report to it. It may be different than what it says in your calendar of activities. So just be aware of that might have been a change due to just some changes we had to make in the Sim Center. If you're hearing me and watching this video, that means you don't have an instructor yet. I will be giving you periodic updates. So I plan on giving you this sometime this afternoon after Patty okays it, and then expect to hear from me again on Friday and again on Tuesday as to where things are at and what we have planned for you. I appreciate your emails, although I've been inundated by them, and that is not your fault. That is exactly what you should be doing. But I'm hoping in an effort to let you know when you'll be updated, it will help you understand the situation and lessen that a little bit for me and for you. All right, I appreciate your patience. Hang in there. We're all working really hard to make this a positive experience for you. You have my email. I'm Leah Olson. I've received emails from several of you, and you'll have my email when I send this out to you. And I'm at extension 6283. All right, take care.